Well, July brought on renewed fighting between the US and Iran, sending oil prices on another wild ride. Prices surged from around $70 a barrel at the start of the month to briefly above $100 before ending the month near 90 after a late pause in strikes and hopes for a peace deal. US earnings season also kept investors busy with 6 of the Magnificent Seven reporting results, and it was another test of whether the AI boom still has momentum. And while the results were mixed, the key takeaway was that investors are focused on whether massive AI spending is translating into stronger growth and profits. Now, the Aussie market climbed a little over 2% in July, marking its second best month of the year and outperforming many global peers thanks to softer than expected inflation data and also our limited exposure to tech, while US markets were held back by the sharp sell-off in chip stocks. In terms of Aussie sectors, about half improved, with energy tracking the 20% surge in oil prices, while tech lagged most. Energy names stood out, with many experiencing double-digit gains, and financial services group AMP jumped after raising its half-year profit guidance. On the losers list, Liontown plunged most after its quarterly results failed to impress investors and after lithium prices dropped to a 5-month low, while Electro-Optic Systems shed 35% as defence sector momentum cooled. But keep in mind, the stock soared to a record high in early June and rallied by a whopping 600% last year. So it could be a case of profit taking as well. Now, turning to the United States, the top traded stocks by CommSec customers in July were SpaceX, Micron Technology and Tesla, with Nvidia being knocked to 4th place last month. Microsoft and Amazon both jumped on signs that their big AI spending bills are translating into profits after dropping better than expected results, while Apple climbed throughout July before giving up some gains after some disappointing guidance. And chip-related stocks were heavily sold off during the month, reflecting concerns around AI spending. Now, looking ahead from here, August is going to be another big month for markets, particularly at home with Aussie reporting season, which will heat up in the second half of August. Now, many Aussie companies will hand down full-year results and tell investors what to expect in the next 6 to 12 months. And for those wondering what to expect this reporting season, Stevie and I recorded a preview video, which should be available on our YouTube channel in the coming days. So keep an eye out for that. And if you want daily reporting season coverage, you can listen to the podcast, the CommSec Market Update. Now, in terms of some other things to watch, the RBA is likely to keep rates on hold on the 11th of August following softer inflation data, but investors will be looking for clues on the outlook for rates. Nvidia is set to release second quarter results on the 26th of August, which will be a big day for markets. They're always about a month later than the other Mag 7. And finally, we've entered August with hopes of a US-Iran peace deal, but the situation remains fragile and could escalate quickly. And that's a wrap for this month. See you next month.